We're bringing a close friend of ours that we grew up with, Sir Charles. He's in the music industry right now. He's writing for a lot of people. He's also working on his own project. So we wanted him to be the actual first guest that we bless y'all with, because he's up and coming, and trust me, he's gonna be all over the screen real soon. So I want
that's love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Talking about this for about a little bit over a month now, but you've been busy on the road doing your thing, man. So like we were talking about in the whip, I seen you in the club. You know what I mean? We broke bread after years. We knew each other, you know what I mean, all three of us since babies, since childhood.
No, absolutely.
Seen you in the club, you were doing your thing, and then before I know it, you writing and you doing things with major people, man. So why don't you give everybody out there a little bit of your history on the grind and what you do out here, man, and who Sir Charles really is, man.
I mean, basically, man, I'm just like everybody else that goes the route like everybody goes to school and don't work out because you're doing other things, and I mean, shit happens in just life in general, man. So I pretty much had to turn a bad situation into a good one. I mean, which I'm sure a lot of people have to try to do on a daily basis. But nah, man. So like after school, it's like, I mean, wasn't really working out. I was going through a whole bunch of shit. I mean, Mom Dukes, his family shit, whatever. So I mean, I turned to music as like an outlet, I guess. And I know I was up in Philly with my boys J.O. and Ray, and they were like the first niggas I like started rocking with. Like we was on some like college kids scrounging up bread, just kicking it, like hooping, I mean, type shit. Like, all right, yo, we're gonna do a mixtape. We got snowed in and was like, yo, let's just do a mixtape. So like at parties, like in high school and everything, growing up, I always freestyle, like joking around, but like I always like was just good,
right?
Was just dope. You feel me? So I guess that just like translated to everything today. But even like throughout school, I was always good, like literature, English. That was always like my strong suit. So I always got like A's in that, like without even trying.
Right. Well, there's a ton of people out here that's real talented. We're from an area where it's just a pool of talent out here. You got rappers, R&B singers, producers, et cetera, et cetera.
Absolutely.
The lineage goes on and on in South Jersey, and we don't get enough credit from where we're from. You know what I mean? Just the amazing talent that we have out here. But what took you and separated you from the rest? Because yes, a lot of people that are out here talented in writing and talented in the production and things you talked about. But like I said, when we talked, you was chilling in the club doing your thing. And then, like I said, you were gone. So what separated you from the big pool of talent that we have out here and got you to where you are today, man? Because you're doing some major things as humble as you are right now.
Just took a risk, man. I took a risk, and regardless of how anybody felt about it, I did what I felt like as a man I needed to do in order to progress. Like to find, like, it's all about finding yourself too, man. It's like you got to do something and find something that really makes you happy, that keeps you inspired, motivated just to live, man. Like I'm about energy, man. So just like that's like what triggered my energy to go towards, man. So it's just like I took a lot of risks, traveled a lot. I mean, went broke a lot. You know what I mean? Like lived off Mickey D's a lot and Waffle House and shit like that. Just whatever. Like niggas know what's up.
So, I mean, like you come from a small area of South Jersey. What took you from where did you see your biggest break, or where did you see the biggest light come from? Where did you know that, like, yeah, I'm in this game, I'm meant to do this, and this shit's real? Like, when did that opportunity break? When was that?
Safe to say, probably when I started going out to LA with my man Camper.
We was in Miami, came back, then met her up here, went to LA, came back.
Already climbed up the top like that. Instantly,
She the type, like, she fuck with like the real music type shit. So she like, she ran across niggas and everything. She's like, yo, I fuck with you.
I'm only around like every day. I'm stalking y'all.
Yo, if anything, I'm gonna let you know what's up.
Around him and just, I mean, just learning. I mean, like when you're around somebody a lot, I mean, like you pick up their mannerisms. Like it's just like musically, like we just like the chemistry was just crazy. Like always, even if we messing around, freestyling the crib with bars, or he on the keys in the studio and I'm coming with melodies or whatever, just messing around. Just, I mean, like we create well, man.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Camper,
Absolutely.
Another South Jersey bred resident doing major damage. Look him up if you don't know him. Super humble.
Absolutely.
In the end of the day. But yeah, Sir Charles, man, you talk about getting into the ground with him. Just talk about where that kind of propelled and where you at right now and what's going on with you, bro.
So really, I went out to LA for like a week and a half with a few homies trying to do some stuff, get some footage or whatever. And Cam was out there at the same time, so I was like, "Yo, like I'll be out here." I mean, I'll hit you up. So we linked up when we was out there, and my homies ended up going back And I was like, yo, dog, like I ain't trying to go back to the crib. I'm trying to stay out here in Mob. What's up? He's like, all right, well, come on, you come stay with me. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we posted up in LA all throughout the summer until like the fall. We got like 5-6 months, and then we were just working. Like he just had me just going everywhere, just like going to sessions, meeting people. And half the time it wouldn't even be like, all right, I'm writing and shit up. Where sometimes we just kicking it, and we just catching a vibe, like just getting to know people. I'm just in the cut while he doing this thing, and then I mean somebody, he like, yo, you got something? Da, da, da. He would just kind of just slide me in, and then I would just do what I do.
So were you like, who's the first like major artist that you work with? Let us know that. Like the first that you were kind of like, you seen him and you was like, yo, this is big. Like I'm actually here.
Man, I mean, I would definitely have to say Brandy. Yeah, man. I mean, like her and Camper had a relationship. I mean, they were cool. She always wanted to work, and like she's all aware of our roots and everything. Because you know, Rodney, Darkchild. I mean, that was a big label out here in the early '90s, late '90s, all that.
Jersey,
absolutely.
Yes,
shout out to that whole camp, Rod, Fred, everybody, Buzz. But yeah, man. So like they was the first ones to do it, and they the ones that Brandy came up with.
Right.
So just like as DJ fell in line and just, I mean, really walked into his greatness. I mean, it was rightfully so. She wanted, I mean, see what's up because camp on fire. Like, I mean, it's just different. So I mean, back in like 2016, we was out in LA and all that, and we was supposed to link up. And then I mean, everybody's schedules got hectic. I mean, we was back and forth, so it ain't happened. Then now, just about a month and a half ago, just rekindled. We was in LA. Doing a joint for Camp's compilation, and we was all in there just vibing. Daniel Caesar was in the session too, so I mean he was giving input and laying down melodies. So we all came up with a dope track, and then that kind of just solidified everything.
Dope.
I want you to talk about some of the obstacles and hurdles that you had to overcome, because we know that it wasn't an easy road. You know, walk the people through like some of the setbacks, because a lot of times, you know, I'm reading this book now. You know, we got to separate different, you know, failure from just temporary setbacks. Let us know about some of the setbacks that you had that kind of just, you know, even discouraged you sometimes, and how you overcame that.
Word. Well, and before I even linked up with my bro Camper, I mean, I ended up moving out to Richmond, Indiana, and then moved from there to Indianapolis and then to Cincinnati. So we had like our own like recording studio, like media development company, if you want to say that. I mean, with a couple of homies that came up with. I mean, it was cool. I mean, because we got it done. I mean, but it wasn't really like lucrative like how we thought. And things kind of went sour. So just like that kind of caused all of us to kind of go like our separate ways in a sense. So after that didn't work out how I wanted it to, I ended up coming back to Jersey, and then by grace of God, me and Camp just linked up organically, and then we just been rocking since like end of 2014, early 2015,
right?
So now,
dope.
So it's been a couple of years. We just been, I mean, it's getting it.
Talk about the business, man.
Well, really, it's like I feel like I'm real blessed because the situation I'm in, the people I'm around are all like good people. I mean, so like, just Camp is like, he grew up in church. I grew up in church, both Seventh-day Adventists. I mean, so it's like, I ain't saying to be corny or nothing. That's just how he was raised. Certain things and certain morals were just instilled in us as kids that, I mean, obviously it just shows in our mannerisms now. So, but now as far as like artists and stuff, man, it's just like everybody we work with is just good people. I mean, it's like generally just good people. So it's like, when I feel like things go sour in the industries because people like are heavy into drugs and all the other, like all the other things that come along with it, like the clout and all that stuff. But with us, I mean, we just like appreciate the fact that we can just have an opportunity to make this like good music. I mean, just chill and just catch a vibe and like make memories, man. Because all that, like the money gonna come, man. Like the money's gonna come. The work speaks for itself. But it's like just to have that fulfillment, knowing that like, yo, like I really made this. I made this happen by the grace of God, and I'm really be able to change my life and like the people's around me lives and in the world here. And I mean, my words or my thoughts through somebody else are just like a crazy feeling. Right. So that's something I would never take for granted. Because I grew up seeing these people on TV. Right. And now I'm like face to face with these people, kicking it, making music, doing business, whatever the case may be. So it's just like.
You were just in the studio with Tisha Campbell. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Wow. In the studio with Brandy. Yeah. Same guy. Yeah. Talk about that.
So I mean, she slid through. I mean, and she just came through at like a party for like Damon Wayne's birthday or something like that. And then one of the Waynes, it wasn't Damon, it might have been Keenan, one of the two, but she came through. She, you know what I mean, just heard what we was doing, just caught a vibe, and she was just genuine good people. And I feel like energy speaks volumes, man. So like, just, I mean, her energy, everybody in the room, and they're cracking jokes, everything. It was just a great time, man. So she's definitely dope. Shout out to Tisha, like for real, definitely dope.
Word. Now you talk about energy and you talk about you and Camp's Root, and it seemed like y'all got a real dynamic and real amazing chemistry together when it comes to the studio and making this music. Would you say that goes kind of hand in hand with finding a relationship that you have now with Brandy? Because we see you all over IG. It's no secret in that regard that you and Brandy have a real tight relationship when it chemistry when it comes to the studio. Yeah, and she's a legend in this game. I mean, you can go on and on. Brandy is the quintessential female out here in this game, and when she drops music, it's definitely going to be damaged. She's amazing. Yeah. So for you to be able to step into that and growing up on Moesha and Brandy and just walking in and you know what I mean, have her looking at you and saying the things that she's saying about you. Just talk about Brandy a little bit and how it was working with her, mixed with your roots and where you came from, and just putting out the dynamic and beautiful music that y'all are right now.
I mean, really, man, like I grew up on like the R&B, like early 90s, late 90s stuff. I mean, so it's just like just having that embedded in me as a youngin' and always just knowing how things are supposed to sound. Is always having that ear. And it's just like, and actually being able to work hand in hand with her and just seeing how like much she appreciates her gift and like, and how hard she works and just how like eager she is, like to let the world know, like, yo, like I'm Brandy. Like,
yeah.
Like she instilled a different level of confidence in me that obviously I didn't know was there, because it's all coming at me now, but it's just like she's just a beautiful person, man. Like,
right. You actually took the next question I was going to ask. I actually wrote it down. I was going to talk about confident. I want you to talk about, you know, that aspect. And because like you just said, the shell shock of being by Brandy, and some people will fold in that situation. Yeah, talk about, you know, the confidence that you have to say, all right, this person is looking to me to deliver. I have to deliver. Talk about that and how, you know, you using your confidence has made you successful thus far.
Just knowing what I'm capable of, man. Knowing that I'm here for a reason. Knowing that it could be way worse. I could be homeless. I could be dead. I can be stuck working at Walmart. It's whatever. Like, I could be doing anything else in the world, but I got the opportunity to do music. So just like me knowing that I'm blessed to do that, I'm embracing my blessing, man. I feel like that's what God put me on this earth to do. Create.
What kind of music is Brandy making now? Is she trying to go to the 2018 nowadays with is she trying to go to the days trend, or she getting staying authentic to Brandy? And from the little things that you showed me, it's like, damn, nah, she's back in that bag, and you seem to be a critical part in that. So how did you just find to really remain authentic in that R&B bag? And do you see a resurgence in R&B coming up in the future, man?
Yeah, absolutely. Like starting with Brandy. I mean, and definitely like other artists like her, and you know, like her is definitely dope, and since she's doing her thing. So it's like, but like Brandy, I feel like it's like where a lot of this started. I mean, so just like for me to have the opportunity, Camper and I have the opportunity to really, I mean, lock in with her and really just create these moments. I mean, it's just different, man.
Yeah, man.
It's just different. It's just different, bro. Like, it's really hard to put in words, man, because I'm still like in the moment. Like, so I just got back in. We were locked in all like this week in New York. So it's just like,
talk about a little bit, and talk about you as far as an artist, man, because you definitely showed us some of your work, and it's fire.
You ever feel like you're so close, but at the same time so far? Dreams of being a star, or driving $100,000 car. But wherever you are, just make sure you realize it's better late than never. You still got time.
Talk about a little bit on how you got influenced, not only as a songwriter, but now as an artist within the game, and where you see yourself going and things like that, bro.
Word. Well, I mean, I grew up on the hip hop shit. You feel me? Biggie, Nas, Jay, Eminem, just like all that. Onyx, Mr. Cheeks, freaking Lost Boys, just a little bit of everything, man. So I feel like in that regard, I'm blessed because coming up, I got a taste of everything. Especially like in the 90s. Like I got a taste of everything at a young age. So things like that just stuck with me just growing up. And being that the circle of people I'm around are telling me like, yo, yeah, like it's time for you to get in that bag, then I mean, I'm gonna follow suit.
So who would you say some of your influences were, coming up listening to that you would most, model yourself after rapping?
Man, I gotta say Nas, Hove, Biggie.
Let's talk
LL.
Word.
Yeah.
So you have your the tribute to Nas joint coming out real soon.
Yeah, called Under the Influence, dropping on the 28th of this month.
Dope. You gave us a sneak peek of that joint. Fire. You know what I mean? Give us a little bit of the influence behind that.
I mean, really, man, I was just at a point where it's like, all right, like I got things bubbling a little bit, but it's still like I feel like I still need to. I feel like I'm not pushing myself like hard enough right now, just for me personally. Mm-hmm. So it was like, okay, I'll be in the studio with people and we create shit like that, cool. But I feel like as for myself, I kind of took a step back, and didn't really, cater to myself as I should have. So I just locked in for about a good week and just got a bunch of whole like Nas beats, went through a whole list of like his craziest beats and just picked 6 that just clicked with me. That was called a vibe with, and I just meshed them joints together, and here we are. And pretty much just talking about like just how I feel, just how I felt at the time, and just like everything going on, and just pretty much instead of like I'm not really the big type to do interviews and things like that, so I feel like I ain't even like where I'm supposed to be yet to be doing all that, but I'm thankful for this platform. You feel me?
Facts.
Appreciate you.
Thank you to have you here.
Like I'm still grinding, but it's like, so since I'm not really all Instagram and all that crazy shit like the rest of these niggas, it's just like, cool, I'm press play, and you going everything how I feel, what I need to talk about, you gonna hear it right here.
So why Nas? Why put Nas on the forefront?
Well, honestly, I feel like Nas is obviously in my top 5 and a lot of people's top 5s, but I feel like he's not given that true acknowledgement he deserves as an MC. I feel like he's slept on in a sense. Like everybody knows how great he is and Illmatic and all that, all his albums. But it's like I feel like he's kind of like not giving his just due. So that kind of like relates to me in a sense where like I relate to Nas in a sense where you're like, you blessed, you're supposed to do this, you got something inside you that can't be like explained, that either you got it or you don't. So it's like just having that instinct is just like, and things he talks about, political issues and just the Black culture and just the shit we go through on day to day, not just about, bitches and Rolexes and Bentleys and shit. Like you really be talking some shit. Mm-hmm. So just honing that in, always just inspired me to, just have a part of him like with me. So,
you ever get a chance to meet him?
Nah, not yet. But hopefully, like after this drops,
yeah,
that'd be happy though.
And what can we find it at? Where's that going to drop at? You said.
All right, so I just did the interview with the Rap Fest. Shout out to the Rap Fest. Right. So we're getting all that edited and everything, and then we'll be dropping it on the 28th. So I'm not exactly sure how we're going to drop the link, but as soon as we get all that situated, then I'll definitely let y'all know and shoot that over to y'all. So like I said, everything has just been happening so quick. I just literally took the time to knock that out. Now I'm getting that situated. Right. Like a week, I got to go back in with Brandy most likely. So it's like I'm just trying to just get shit done.
Yeah, talk about you talk about Brandy, but some of the other people that you work with and that you probably got in the future that you plan on working with, or some people that you even want to work with, like your dream person or people.
Man. I would definitely love to get in the booth for Hove, 100%.
Yeah.
Or Nas. Mm-hmm. Like 100%. As far as like singers, man, I love to work with Beyonce. That'd be crazy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rihanna, that'd be crazy. Just all like or Nicki, that'd be crazy. Just like all the heavy hitters, man. Just to give them like the flavor, because I just feel like, man, like the shit that Camper be on, bro. Like nobody in the industry is producing like him.
Nah, I agree with that.
Like nobody.
I agree with
fire. It's fire.
So it's like he's gonna give you a sound that's gonna stick and that's gonna be authentic and that's gonna just move your soul. Like there's mad dope producers out here. It's mad of them. Like mad of them. I know mad of niggas. Y'all niggas. Right. Y'all doing your thing. Let them niggas.
Talk about your chemistry and just walk us through the process with you and Camper. Like, how do y'all make that magic come together in the studio from the first time y'all met? Like, was it just instantaneous? Like, talk about that whole process.
Yeah, it'll be like his beats be fire. Obviously, like when the words are always going through my head and shit. So it's like he hear a beat. He play a beat. And I hear it. I do a little melody and mess around, little flow on it, whatever. And we just, that's hot. He
stayed organic, right?
And we just vibing. Like really like on like some young like Hove and like Ye shit. Like I was telling him shit all the time, like, yo, I know it might sound crazy right now, But nigga, we can be like the fucking next Hogan. Yeah, nigga.
Absolutely.
We really lock in and keep doing what we doing. Like one day, like I mean, a couple of years, we can really. I mean, like.
Well, that brother's catalog is crazy already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's so humble. Talk about him. Like, he's one of the best kept secrets in the game right now. You don't hear anything about this brother DJ Camper right here. And his resume is ridiculous. Like, I was vibing with my, you know what I mean, my old guy over there a couple weeks ago, and we're sitting there, and I'm telling him about dude, and I'm sitting there like, yo, this dude right here is next. He came from Oak Crest, real humble, real chill. He produced the whole joint. He's like, what whole joint? I'm like, the whole joint, the one
Somewhere in America.
And he was like, wait a minute. I put the joint on, and you know what I mean, Lost is one of his favorite joints.
Yeah.
And it just, you know what I mean, you start digging in this dude's library, and it's crazy. So just talk about why you think he's kind of under the radar as one of the best, because you hear about your Metro Boomins and your other producers, and shout out to all of them. But this dude right here is doing damage throughout the game in R&B, hip hop, and etc. Why is he? Is it his humility that keeps him under the radar, or why do you think this dude's under the radar so crazy?
I mean, honestly, I just feel like, I mean, he's extremely humble. So it's like he's definitely blessed in that regard for being humble. But I feel like now that he's really about to be like on the forefront, like real soon. So it's all happening organically, man. And Camping Detective really be out here all flashy, popping hella shit and all that. Like he's chill.
And he still be where he's from, still chilling at the same joints. He's real humble there.
And by me seeing him like that, it's like, yo, like I can rock with that, because it's like, I mean, we ain't gotta be all flashy, we just be us.
So Charles, man, it's real dope. Talk about writing, man. As a songwriter, we had the discussion as far as the difference between writing for R&B and writing for hip hop artists and rappers. And we all seen the situation what happened with Push and Drake. And you ain't gotta get into it, because I know you and Drake cool. You know what I mean? So you ain't got to really get into who won and who lost. Just talk about a little bit just that situation with the ghost writers within hip hop and and R&B, man. And talk about the dynamic between the two.
Oh man, I feel like writing R&B is easy, bro. It's like writing poems in freaking 4th, 5th grade. Right? And I get to do it to a beat. Well, it's easy. Yeah, right. Man, just like writing R&B is I do that in my sleep, man.
Word.
I grew up on it, so it was always something that's a part of me.
I got a question about it. Do you think, and I asked you this a little bit earlier, do you think it takes away from the credibility of a rapper, not an R&B singer? I already conceded to that point. Like a rapper, anybody who comes out, saying they're MC, and in the background they got a ghostwriter. Do you think it takes away from the credibility, being that you're a writer? I
mean, as far as like, if you trying to claim you like one of the best and one of the, whatever the case may be, one of the greatest, then yeah, absolutely. Now it's like if you got niggas doing a few hooks for you and shit, that's fine. That's cool. Like that's cool. That's part of the creation process. That's music. Like, nigga, you can't do every fucking hook. Like, nigga, collab with niggas. That's cool.
Right.
But it's like if somebody's like writing your bars for you, they're like, yo, rap this, and all you doing is just you reciting the same shit, just putting your own twist on it. Then yeah, that's definitely, yeah. I mean, as a spitter, I mean, niggas take pride in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah. I mean, so it's like you can't say you're the best. I mean, you can say you're the best artist, but you can't say you're the best like rapper.
Right.
I mean, like Kendrick's a rapper.
Yeah.
J. Cole's a rapper. I mean, Chance the Rapper's a rapper. I mean, like, they ain't got nobody like pinning their stuff.
Have you been in a situation where you seen a rapper that you thought was in there really doing damage, and they found out that well, what word? He ain't writing his shit. He ain't writing his shit.
Yeah.
You ain't got name. Ain't nobody say name.
But yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hell yeah.
No name drop yet. Look at that situation squared away.
Disappointed, huh? Disappointed you.
It's crazy. I'll say it's crazy.
No.
We can only speculate. We damn. Later time at a later date, man.
Yeah.
This has been a dope interview. Okay, I don't know if you got anything else, man, but definitely, Sir Charles, let the people know where they can find you, man. Give them all your handles and situations, man. Let them know what's going on next for you, man.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, IG is Sir Charles 1. I mean, Twitter, I don't really do Twitter like that, so I don't know. Just catch me on the gram, dog.
What?
Sir Charles 1.
Sir Charles 1.
So like I said, I got the Nas dedication dropping in a few weeks, and after that, on the 22nd of July, so my birthday, I got Who Is Sir Charles mixtape dropping.
Okay.
And then obviously in between that time, I'll be working on some albums, things like that. And then in the fall, I'm just build this buzz up.
Where can they find those projects?
It'll be on like either a title, or I'll have the link description. Like I'll share that.
We'll put it up on the website for you. Definitely.
Got you. Like a title or an audio Mac or just whatever. It's just it's going to be accessible.
Yeah, definitely,
So yeah, so once I get that squared away, I'll definitely blast it off, let everybody know.